in the early evening last night. Everybody remember what I told y'all was going on? Who remembers that the prophets got to go through it first? That's why we be mad and ready to put y'all in y'all throat when we try to tell y'all something. It is, of course. All of it is. I'm live on YouTube, so YouTube working. Remember last night I told y'all if you got a chance to get in last night's class, honey, you'll know why I didn't get on at 7 o'clock. Because my internet wasn't working. I said the bill is paid and the next bill ain't due to the 14th. Why is I work on the internet, please and thank you. I work on the internet. I'm gonna need y'all to get that together. The lady said, what are you doing? iPad storage full. Not now. Call them and get my money. I just found that I can get some from my bank too for the first and the second. I couldn't get in my account. If we cost you champagne, you did, because I need to go pick up some stuff. Hey everybody. So Akiva, you was here last night, and a few other people was here last night. Who was here last night? Raise your hand if you was here last night. I was gonna say, wave your hands. Just so let me stop. I play too much. I realized that. Hey, CERCA left the doctor, and I'm 2 months pregnant and didn't know. Boy, you know what that's called? Friday and Saturday nights with CERCA. We didn't got, it's a lot of y'all 2 months pregnant in here. So that must have been 8 weeks ago, right before Christmas, the end of the year, when I was doing, I said, now don't have no, I called this. Who remembers? I said, it's going to be some people in here around the end of August, beginning of September. They going to be having some kids. And we done got about 4 pregnancy. I'm pregnant. I found out I was pregnant. I'm 2 months pregnant. Dollar Tree, girl, in the summertime, they had all the old schools, and I went and grabbed all of them, and I didn't cut them up. This is the only one, because I had to run and go get packages. Laugh out loud. Well, I'm glad I'm not pregnant. Thank you, Lord. Me too. Thank you, Jesus. I'm 5 months, and you've been here a while. You probably got in on one of them Friday nights with CERCA. Yes, TT, because it's TT Circle fault. My hips and my back hurt. I'll take credit for it. Don't worry about it. God. Y'all doing what y'all supposed to do, honeys. You all are being fruitful and multiplying. I just found out my granddaughter loved Tom and Jerry today, too. Her mama said she'd be mesmerized. I said, I love Tom and Jerry. I'm seeing the genetics, honey. The last video I watched was you saying someone's going to be pregnant, and now look. And is. And is. I'm trying to tell y'all. See, it's a real prophet around here. I tried to tell y'all, it's a couple. We got like 3 pregnancy things over here the other day. And yeah, it is what it is around here. I let my kids watch it. I love them. Yeah. Listen here. It's the most CERCA Littles. We've been growing ever since we started. That should make you all excited. Girl, because I ain't washed this oil off my face. Y'all be talking about I'm glowing my face oily. I told you I ate a whole bunch of butter before I went to sleep. I didn't put no vinegar on it this morning, so it didn't take the shine off. And that's the glory y'all be talking about. I didn't wash my face. I can't every day, though, or my face will be dry as heck. Okay, so it's funny. There's another social media that I have. The messenger part of it, I've been blocked out of it for about, almost a year now. And they won't let me in. So it's funny. Because I've actually been dealing with that. It's people that's like, I tried to contact you. I can't see it. Because I ain't been able to get into my messaging app on that site. So, June 3rd to make a year that I ain't been able to get into my messenger. And it's almost a year. And now the world can't get in theirs. You said what? Did y'all see the video that Isabel posted? In Cali, she said she ain't been to Taco Bell in forever. She went in Taco Bell and everything. They don't accept no cash and ain't no cashiers. My Whole Foods near my sister's house has the palm readers. Aren't you happy you knew? You said you ain't even. Remember, I said you ain't gonna be able to go in there nowhere and get nothing. I'm preparing for not being able to go in those stores. They not gonna let me in. Who remembers CERCA saying, I'm trying to get y'all ready because y'all, if you're doing what I'm doing, you're not going to be able to get in those stores. So you'll need to, while money is important and while ain't nobody thinking about it, I need you to get up and go get these things. Y'all remember us talking about that? I deactivated. Come on. Do you understand? Y'all seeing it now. I know when y'all go to the store. You cannot tell me that when you go online, when you look at the stores, everywhere you see, if your eyes is working, you see all the stuff we've talked about for 24 months exactly. There were times when people asked me, how much time do you think I got? I said, well, it's happening right now, but I give it about 2 years. Remember my friend I told you that I quit talking to earlier last year because he called me crazy. He was like, you keep saying all this stuff is happening. I'm like, you do realize it's all happening, right? Went off on me, called me all kind of names, and guess what? That nigga eat Taco Bell. He eat Taco Bell, McDonald's, he eat all of that. You go in these grocery stores, boom. Remember I told you? Because I know you be watching. I said, ain't gonna be no internet. I just said that the other day. I said, people gonna go stir crazy because they ain't got no books. Once they hit these electrical devices, what you gonna have to keep your mind sane? Who remembers CERCA saying that? And I'm not saying it like I told you so. I'm saying it like you should be happy that God warned you to get stuff for your kids, your coloring books, all of the things in your... Ain't that what we talk about over here? I know Facebook and Instagram are down. I told y'all my internet was tripping last night. I couldn't get in nothing. They had to send a new signal. Been stocking up slowly. Thanks to you, we have 1 year of food. Come on, joyful motherhood. Thanks to God. It don't have nothing to do with me. I'm just a conduit, I promise you. But I'll bust your head to the white meat and make you understand. Wake up, damn it. Quit sleeping. Wake up. Open your eyes so you can see it coming, as my auntie used to tell my cousin when she was about to knock that nigga lights out. She said, don't close your eyes. Open your eyes so you can see it coming and hold back on that nigga and pop, pow, right in the kisser. You hear me? Knock that nigga out the screen door and off the porch. Open your eyes so you can see it coming. For real. This is happening here in the UK too. Thank you. Thank you. It's going to be everywhere. It's not just the United States. Who remember open your eyes so you can see it coming? I'm trying to tell you. My auntie, when I tell you, she didn't even know she was on when she said that 50 years ago, dang near. Because we was little. We might have been under 6. And I'm about to be 44, Lord's will. So it's almost been 50 years. With that, what the heck do I keep stepping on right here? Something keeps poking me in my foot. What is it? A piece of plastic, probably. And watch me step on it again, because I ain't found it yet. Y'all, my whole body feel like the Princess and the Pea. It could be one little hair, and it feel like it's 10 or 100 laying on my skin. That's why I believe I might just be a little bit autistic for real, because certain stuff like this shirt is cute, but this right here is about to drive me. It's about to drive me right here. What kind of book should you get for yourself? Well, first of all, you're going to need a book like this. I'm going to show you the first ones you should get. Some of them, because I don't got all of them in here. And we just going to go through the list a little bit. Stuff like this. We got a couple other ones, but they in my kitchen. Yeah, first of all, you're going to need something like this. Right here. Definitely get this. Okay? Something like this. Because most people don't realize. And then something like this. I've had this one for years. Blue Island gal sent me this one. Auntie sent me another one. There's a couple of them back there. Because all the stuff we've been snatching out our yard is the stuff we should have been eating and drinking. And it's medicine. Like those lovely weeds that grow up. It was a man that I met, the same man that met the lady that had the snake in her stomach. He said his mom used to get gypsum weed and boil it and lay it on their head, and it was a pain reliever. So that ugly, big flower that y'all be putting out, it's a natural Tylenol. The one you be ripping out, telling the kids to rip out, them leaves, you can lay them on your body and you won't have no pain. So you'll need to not throw those out. Yeah, dandelions are good too. Not the dandelion. No, that's not what I'm talking about. That closet just moved by itself. Y'all know I don't play that kind of stuff. Yeah. Stop getting rid of the stuff in your yard and use your Google and Siri for stuff other than shopping, and find out what's around your house just in case you have to use it. Mm-hmm. Now, all of it. Snake in her stomach. Was she cursed? Yeah, her husband went to, this was like back in the 80s or 70s when this happened, but the man told me in 2019, 2018. He was a big old country man, and he said he met this woman down in Georgia, and he started dating her. And her husband found out about it, and he went to a lady down in the backwoods. The backwoods lady told him to go out in her yard and go get a garden snake and bring it in there. He brought the garden snake into the lady. She burned it alive, made it into a powder, and told him, put this in her drink 3 times, and you'll know when she cheating. She goes over to the man's house that's telling me the story, who was her boyfriend at the time, and he starts cooking, and every time that he cooked fish, onions, or garlic, she starts to choke. So they take her to the doctor, and the doctor sees this snake in her stomach and says, no, you need to go to the other doctor. The real doctor at the hospital told her, you need to go to the other doctor. So she goes to some lady in the backwoods. The lady gives her a powder. 3 days later, they sitting outside at a barbecue, and the lady says she got to go to the bathroom. She goes to the bathroom and starts screaming. The mama run in there, and the mama screaming too. He come out, and he go in there, and he said he opened the bathroom door, and the mama had a towel with a snake pulling it out her butt. And he said he walked out the door, kept on walking, got on the bus, and came back to Indiana. And he said he never answered her call, talked to her or nothing, never seen her ever again. And this man at this time was like 70 years old. He ain't got no reason to lie. And his best friend was a pastor. As a matter of fact, my old pastor. So when folks want to talk about witchcraft ain't real, bullshit. I got, my great aunt was a real witch. And my mother, when I was like 8 or 9, told me she had went over my auntie house, and it was a brown paper, it was a book wrapped in brown, like that brown paper with tape. It was mail. And so she picked it up, and my mama knows it. She opened it when she was going in my auntie house, and she said it was a spell book. And then my other aunties and uncles used to tell us stories about how she used to make toenails move across. She could send people to jail. She stayed looking young for a very long time. She had the same face my whole life. And she always had that bread and gold and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it's a real thing. My great auntie. So, I haven't been home and realized in so long ago. Okay, well, come on back. So, with that, what was I going to say? Oh, who was here for class last night? Who was here for class? Thank you. I got it at Dollar Tree in the summer. Y'all be sleeping on Dollar Tree. I don't need no expensive stuff. I just need the cheap stuff. It'd be cute. Okay. Did it make you think last night? Did you take notes last night? Give you the hammer? Somebody bought it for me. I think Auntie got it on Amazon, and it's foam, so it ain't. I mean, it will hurt somebody, but not like that. It's not hard. Was just watching a rewatch. You was here last night. Okay, it made you think. It's okay that they didn't pick you. It's okay that they didn't choose you. And the party don't start until you show up. It don't matter who try to get to it before you, who try to get to the whatever. The party don't start until you show up, honey. Now, I need to ask you, just because your family does it, do you? That's what we're going to talk about today. While I'm going to open these gifts, and then that's what we're talking about today. Just because your family does it, do you do it? Oh, my family. Keep that in mind. I want you, while I'm opening this, to write down 3 things that your family does that has become a not a ritual. What is it called? A tradition. 3 good things and 3 bad things. Real quick, please. What is this? I love y'all. Listen, when I say y'all encourage my foolishness, Auntie. This from Auntie Audrey, y'all. Look what she just said. When I say WOIU encourages my foolishness, I moved away on purpose. Y'all ready? Good morning. Ooh, I got a big head. Wait a minute. I don't know if it's going to fit, so I'm going to have to wait a minute now. Hold on. When I say y'all encourage my... Oh, it snaps. Good job, because Auntie, I got a big head. Ow! They done messed up. Y'all, we gonna have a commencement service for the people that's been here for a year or 2 years. We is gonna have us a commencement service. Let me see if I can. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me see. Yeah, just wait one moment. you just wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, they in the thing. Is they? Nope, right here. Boom. Come on.
The device is connected.
Okay, you always want to be in my business. We about to have us a commencement service. Don't even worry about it. Let me see what we got here. You say? All right. Not right now, but here in a minute we go. You just wait one moment. Let me make sure. Listen here. Don't play with me. I'm about to get these things. I need to go and get them y'all certificates. Oh God, why do y'all encourage this mess? Maybe you never got a certificate, but now you're gonna get one over here. It is. I'm a practice giving y'all stuff. It's too many of y'all, so I'm just gonna turn. We gonna have to get the trap one though, cause that puts me to sleep. Somebody need to remix that and put a little trap music in it for the WOIU, cause we outside. Somebody need to remix that with Little Mo. We is outside, and then we'll play that at our commencement service. Somebody, who the music geniuses in here? Can y'all remix the original graduation song when We Outside by Mo3, please? Can y'all do it? Whoever the music people is in here, this y'all just mix it down to mix it down. Can you get that together for us? Because that's going to be our graduation song. They were scared to come outside. You hear me? The theme of the graduation is they were scared to come outside. Listen, our prom is going to be they scared to come outside and everything. Thank you, Auntie. Ow. It hurt, though. I'm going to have to put me a little, what you call it? What you call that thing? A do-rag on. It's the hood graduation. I'm going to have a do-rag because if that snatch my damn life one more time, we going to have a problem. It ain't going to work. Let's not do that. Ooh-wee. All right. Thank you, Auntie. Goodbye. Let's get to this next one and then we going to get to what we getting to. Let's see, who's this from? What is this? Let's just open it, Circa. Don't worry about it. Where is Queen? Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Queen. I know this you because this our uncle stuff. Where's she at? Because I know one of these is for that boy. I'm about to give you his address. You're not about to keep sending me stuff for him. Okay, so Queen's uncle has a new coloring book out or another one. If you're an anime fan, it's a brother that does anime. It's on Amazon. And he does amazing work. You hear me? This Queen uncle that do this animation. So if you into anime and you want to support a brother, go on in. If your husband or kid, well, grown-up sons maybe a little bit. I don't know, but they see all this anyway. So, Amazon. Just Art Coloring Book is what it's called. And it's on Amazon. So, if you... She ain't in here. She might be asleep. Thank you, Queen. I know one of them for your nephew, too. Yeah. I said, I'm about to give them your address. I'm not about to keep... I want my money back. I'm not about to keep sending your tail stuff. They need to send it to you. And how about some of your people send me something, son? How about that? You got people over there. How about you tell them your mom's birthday's coming up? How about that? Shoot. Since we doing stuff. Now, what is this? I don't know what it is. Ugh. What is this? What is this? It's heavy. What is this? Okay. What is this? What is this? Thank you, Angel. I'm like, this heavy. She said, because you be scaring me standing on that chair, love Angel. It's a stool. And dude, listen here. And you know this thing is like, I love y'all. Hilarious. Step stools for adults. Anti-slip bottom. You know what? I'm starting to feel like nothing but grandma's step stool. Angel. I said, this box heavy. I'm getting old then. People buy me step stools and stuff. Push carts. Listen here. Just say it. Y'all can say it out loud. Y'all gotta do it subliminally by sending me stuff like this. Circa sent you some reading glasses. You have your glasses on, Circa. Listen here. You said you won't get to follow on our watch. Listen. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Angel. Just Art. Just art coloring book. Hilarious. Thank you, Pumpkin. I said, what is this? This box heavy. They forget that got stirs. No, I don't even know what that is, Gail. I'm gonna take this over here because I don't even want this in here. I'm about to take this out. The boxes. I know the little guy that come get my trash be happy. And yes, I just threw it in there with the rest of them. He came and got most of them. Let me get some water. Hold on. Excuse me, this weather don't know what it want to do. It was 80 degrees yesterday. Now it's 50 degrees today. Like, what the heck? How you just do like 30, 76, 22 degrees difference? Okay, another thing. These were not a present. I had to purchase these, but what did I just do with them? Oh. Now, I don't know how these gonna work because they said they flimsy. But for those of you that are buying artillery, swords and whatnot for your cosplay, they got these sword holders. Now, this do look a little flimsy, but we gonna see. Because y'all know I'm cheap. Because I was like, I don't feel like building this or just right now. Now, I don't know how this works. But I think like that. So I'm going to drill this in the wall. And then I guess it like snaps around to hold it like that. Right? You see it? So hopefully these work. Because those swords y'all got me are pretty heavy. But even for the lighter swords, it might. Once it's screwed in there, it probably will. But you see, so it'll hold it like that and be behind there. So all the swords is going up over there because I can't just let them keep laying over there like that. I don't want them to get messed up. Hey. So, these is kind of cheesy. I was going to make a wood one, but I don't feel like it. So, I'm just going to use these and see. Hopefully, they work pretty good. They look like they'll probably hold up, though. So, we shall see. So, if you're buying swords for your husband or yourself, that's a good little $16. And I think you get like 6 or 8 of them, something like that, to hold your swords up. Because my katanas don't need to be laid on the ground, and neither does that Thundercat sword. Any of them. You have 3? Okay. All right. So that's that. That's done enough with. Thank you. I will put my stool together. Y'all gonna quit making me feel, oh, that's crazy. And she said, she was scaring me on that chair. I said I was gonna give me another one. I still ain't did it. I'll do it. I be trying to ride stuff till the wheels fall out. I really can put the thing back on there. I just ain't did it, y'all. It's so many things I be having to do. All right. My question, I already know I need coffee too. My question to you is, if your family does it, do you do it too? Thank you so much. Everybody, y'all, I bought this at family. Y'all don't be going to Dollar Tree. That's the problem. And if y'all go in there, y'all definitely not going down that t-shirt aisle. You was slipping. I got my MTV t-shirt, the original 80s reprint. I got that. Well, that's where you better go for all your cute little t-shirts for the summer. You put your little shorts on, cut them up the way you want to. And they make them big enough for your husband. So if you want to throw some, and you ain't got to be, And with the Cricut, you can put whatever you want on the rest of it. Y'all, I forgot y'all pay $79 for a t-shirt. I ain't doing it. I can't afford it. And even if I could, I still ain't doing it. Do you look, Tatiana? They all got like socks. It's on the sock aisle. It's on the sock aisle. Where they had the socks and the hair ties at, they be down at the bottom. You gotta look again. They be having pajama pants and everything. And they be comfortable for like $5. I'm fixing to go to Dollar Tree here. Yeah. They be sleeping. You said, but I won't sip the clothes out today. Yeah, y'all be playing. I'm gonna find a deal wherever. I'm always gonna look for the cheapest option first. Like my little black dress I had on that y'all seen on Instagram when I was with Auntie P, $5.34 off of Amazon. I bought like 6 of them for $35 or something. They might have been $4. I got my daughter some. I got them in all different sizes, all different colors, and did I pay like $5 for that dress, honey? And still killed the game. $5. I don't like saying how much I pay for it unless it's a little money. I don't want to say I paid $7,000. I don't ever want to have to say that. Unless it's the deal of the day. And then that's it. That hurt my heart to say I got to pay a lot for anything. Yeah, they playing with y'all. That's why I told y'all going to get you a DVD player. Portable generator. All that stuff, you gonna need it. I told y'all it's a lot of people. So think about how amazing God loves you. And how much he thinks about you, that if he allowed you to come to WOIU, not saying you couldn't get it nowhere else, but if you had not been thinking about any of the things that we talk about here, like stocking up food and buying stuff like this right here, so that your kids can have breakfast in the morning. And now that I know I can fry rice and make Rice Krispies, it's really y'all saw that lady? I reposted her video. All you gotta do is fry the rice to make Rice Krispies and put some sugar on it. I did not know. But I won't be buying no more Rice Krispie treats. Fried rice is what a Rice Krispie is. Crispy rice. Fried rice. I reposted the video. I said, nickel. Yeah, Cocoa Puff recipe too. Exact. Wait a minute. So what's the Cocoa Puff? Hold on. Fruity Pebbles too. Okay. See? So why is we buying cereal? Huh? That's whole milk. And that's freeze dried whole blueberries. Stuff like this. Because if you can't get in the store, what you gonna do? How you gonna feed your children? Because them leather Gucci belts and stuff that y'all getting off of DH Gate ain't gonna feed your kids. Shein is not giving you none of your money back when your kids is hungry. So I'm gonna need you. Fruity Pebbles is my favorite cereal. That's the only cereal that's sitting on top of my refrigerator right now. Me and my daughter just talked about it. There's Fruity Pebbles on my refrigerator, and that's the only cereal that's up there. And she was eating. Oh, I know. Oh, USBs can be used in your portable DVD player. Oh, yeah. I remember y'all told me. I didn't get them yet. I got a lot of DVDs, though. I got a big old army duffel bag full of DVDs. Because I asked my kids when I was moving, did they want them? They said no, and so I brought them with me. Glad I didn't throw them away. Okay. It's got to be this room. Oh, and this damn thing is off. Well, that makes sense as to why. You can go to the rewatch on YouTube, and it'll show all of that stuff. Yeah. And I have a lot of this stuff is in my what you call it, the preparedness list up in my bio. It's there. So if you go on Amazon and look up, it's either survival food or disaster preparedness. It's all in there. It don't matter, Bree. You got to get what's going to be good for your house. It depends on what you're going to be using it for. Like, I'm not trying to run a refrigerator because most of my food is just heated up. So mine will be for simple stuff. Like to charge my portable shower and a few other things. But for the most part, you haven't watched TV. I've been watching a lot of it since I got here. I did the exact opposite. I didn't used to watch hardly no TV, and now I watch TV a lot, which is crazy. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of TV. I mean, but it's I don't just watch TV that is like meaningless. Like I'm watching something that's teaching me something. Even when I'm, that's why when some people recommend shows, I don't really do comedy like that. So I'm gonna be looking at something that's teaching me something. Even if it's an older movie, there's things that I've learned in the last 20 years that now when I go back and watch that movie, I realize they was playing in our face. Thank you so much. They was playing in our face. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What was I watching last night? It was something I was watching last night that was good too. I can't think of it. I don't know. I have to go back on my Netflix and we can see. Or it was one of them shows. I don't know. One of them. One of them. Yeah. Okay. So, we're going back to Jasher where we were. I think we made it to Jasher 8 on Sacred Text. We did. So can y'all go back to Jasher 8, please? Jasher chapter 8 on yeah, I seen that. Raising Dion. I haven't watched too much of it, but yeah, I did. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's funny. I used to call my mama mommy dearest. Cause she didn't do wire hangers either. And if she did, they was only on her certain clothes. And if you missed that wire hang, boy, listen. I used to call my mama mommy dearest. And it's crazy because she was gonna bury me and my brother in the backyard. Real life had us out there digging graves and stuff. That's a real thing. It's really people like that. I live with one. I love her, but I didn't know I'm serious. You think I'm joking? I'm dead serious. I'm not joking. I'm trying to tell you. It's not funny when you have to live that. That's why I left home at 11. Like, I'm out of here. You don't want me to live. So let me go. And they do have good quality leggings. Yeah. Mm-mm. Yeah. You want me to not be here, so I'm going to just go on out here and get into the world and see what they got to offer. Because dying at the hands of your parent don't seem like a good thing to do. So I'm going to just move. I'm going to get on out of here. All right. So let's ask, hello. Who was here for class last night? I know I asked that, but I'll be trying to see because people be going in and out, and I don't know. Who was amazed to know, if you hadn't already read it, I'm going to have to take these socks off and put my house shoes on. That Abraham was born into a house where his daddy's friends was warlocks and high priests and high priestesses of Baal's religion. Why would God let Abraham be born in a place where the people that come to celebrate his birth are wizards and warlocks? His daddy is a wizard or a warlock. See you later. For exposure. Okay. Well, we're gonna talk about it today. Let me get my house shoes because some socks feel like they cut off my circulation on my feet. Where is my house shoe? Okay. It's raining outside too, so that could be a thing. I went out and came back in. I'm gonna try to wait. I need coffee, but I got a little bit and I got water. But I did just come back from outside and it's doing all that spring. You know, they be playing with the weather, so it's cold, hot, confusing them. Playing, they probably letting off poisonous gas or something because they keep doing that. Ooh, to let us know whatever situation we are born into don't break us. It makes us. Boom! Miss Hill, you gonna drop it? Y'all heard that? To let us know whatever situation we're born into don't break us. It make us. And do. And do. I would not change it. I would not change it. I would not change it. I wouldn't be who I am. Even one change thing and I wouldn't be right here. One change thing and you wouldn't have been right here. Your daddy had to leave. Your mama had to go. They had to not. That's why I be like, oh, people like, oh my God, Circle, why is you sad? I'm not. It made me real, real strong. It taught me character. It taught me who to trust. It taught me how to trust in God. It taught me that God could do anything. It taught me a lot of stuff. And it taught me that God could get you out of the hands of somebody that's trying to unalive you more than one time. All you gotta do is pray and believe. And he'll let somebody knock on the door. He'll let the car stop. He'll let whatever. I wouldn't have known that he could feed me and my kids and send me everything I needed, even though I was in my van. I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have known that he could let me move into the house that my daughter drew a year before we ever even seen it. When we found the house, it was boarded up because the people kicked the windows in when they left. I know why now, but anyway. And then when I get in there, I tell my daughter to go get that picture that you drew about the house when I said we don't know where we going to go, but draw how you want the living room to look and this and that. And then we moved in the very house after she went through treatment and she had drawn the living room. Even down to the chandelier in the window. And we had never seen this house before. And she drew it a year before we moved in. And when we moved in the house, it was boarded up. So I didn't get to see it until they took the things down. And I had already signed a lease. So when we walked in there, it was what my baby drew. Those things, being in those situations, taught me that God hears. And he's even with y'all. I told you I went down there with Auntie. Good morning. I went down there with Auntie P and she had a sparkly cup. I said, I want me a sparkly cup. And then I get back, and the day after I get back, I go to my box, and there's a sparkly cup in there. But not only is there a sparkly cup, there's a blanket to match the sparkly cup. And these two things did not come from the same people. Matched to a T. He said, oh, you could have a sparkly cup and a blanket. You get a gift, and you get a gift, and you get a gift. This is what I was telling you last night. Why you want the world to pick you when they always going to leave you out? When God pick you, the party don't start till you get them. Did you hear what I said? He'll tell you when your enemies is going to text you and call you, when that hey big head text is going to come. He'll tell you about all that because he wants you to be a victor. Can I tell you how good he is? I went to pay my water and I have a credit of $175. Listen to me. I'm trying to tell you what happens. Especially if you give. Listen. You cannot beat God-given people. Like, you always giving your stuff away and somebody always giving me something and you always got the stomach virus. Face. I told y'all my ex-husband used to be so mad. God used to make him bring me stuff. Boy, please. Because I do right by folks. You started to teach your children. It makes me excited. That makes me very excited. It does. God's math be math, and I'm trying to tell you. Yep, he'll make your enemies your footstool. He will. The people, they are excited. Yeah, listen, and you're changing their life, EK. You don't even know. You don't even know you're changing their life. People used to tell me, why you got your kids praying? Why do you sit down and break down that money with your kids? Because they need to know how to pay bills. And so the bills they got to pay in the beginning is, you need to buy your own candy because I'm not buying it. I'll help you get the money, which is your chores or whatever, but then you need to buy your own stuff because I'm not doing it. Well, what did that teach them? Now my kids know how to go in the grocery store. They know how to put their money up. They know how to shop on a budget. They know, they know, they know. How many people move out and they don't know nothing because their mama and daddy didn't teach them nothing? When you teach them to depend on God and to learn God's money math, his ways, then you setting your kids up for a good life. I always told my kids, you got to give. Don't be stingy. I raised my kids in a communal effort. And what I say by that is, it don't matter that you didn't put the shoes there. Sometimes you're going to have to do stuff for other people and they can't do nothing for you. Come on. Last night at work, I was honest and gave a customer back $2 over his bill. And the next customer blessed you with $20. 10 times what you did. Come on. Ooh, them little bitty tests I be trying to tell you. Them be the tests. And you, listen. I wish y'all would listen to your auntie, cousin, sister, daughter, niece, whatever. I be trying to tell y'all. God be setting you up for a blessing to see. And you cheat yourself when you think you getting over. No, take this back. And then I get home and somebody be like, I've been looking for you. You remember when you used to do... Man, here, man. You don't even know I need that. Right on. Thank you. Because you never know when your blessings is going to come back. But you never know when the dirt that you did going to come back either. And it never comes back at a time when you need it. Never, ever, ever, ever comes back at a time when you need it. So, what you need to do is be trying to sow all good seeds. It's funny because me and my kids used to pretty much give away some type of money every day to a homeless person, or food, or a jacket, or whatever, shoes, whatever. Like almost every day when we passed people where we was going, it was always somebody that, even if they wasn't homeless, it didn't matter if they hustling. I know they about to go get some more craziness with it. You need $1. There's been times where I just needed $1. And somebody walked up to me and said, here's 10. I got to give this money away and something's telling me to give it to you. You hear me? Hi, Miss Yulima. How are you? Gia, I'm sorry, y'all. Sarah, Vicky Ann, One Love. I'm trying to... Brown Rose. I miss all of y'all. A Lovely, Day, Vicky, Keish, Kat. Dang, Denise. I'm sorry. Is Auntie Nimmy here yet? CERCA, I just went through this with my granddaughter. I was heartbroken and saw your live last night and felt... Come on now. Hey, everybody. Sorry. We have ice cream makers to charge to keep some food and cool. Wait a minute, what happened? Is the power is out where you at, Tisha? Tisha? Hey, Sierra. Okay, so look, let's get into this. My question, y'all got your pen and paper? My question to you is, write this down, please. Someone got a fake page. I know, just report them, y'all. It's a lot of them. It was real bad the last 2 years. They didn't calm down a little bit since I've been SB for so long. But just report them and keep it moving. Because once you make that, I done blocked them and everything, reported them. I said, it's me. And they said, well, we don't know. Whatever. This is me. And they're impersonating me. And TikTok does nothing. But let me call somebody a name and they blocking me for 7 days. So, it is what it is. I don't know. My husband and tow truck driver, he fixed a lady's car on the road and she blessed him with a $300 tip. I'm trying to tell you. God be waiting on you. You don't be waiting on God. Who's starting to realize that all the times you set up complaining, you could have just been saying thank you and it come a lot faster? Anybody? When you stop complaining, you just say thank you, God, whenever you want it to come, it shows right up. But as long as you got an attitude about when it ain't coming because you feel like you deserve all of this, then you be mad. You gonna stay mad. Hey, Kanisha, you gonna stay mad. Mm-hmm. And that's why I just be skipping. I'm about to go get my stuff. I don't got time to be angry. That ain't bringing it to me. That's bringing more of this bush. No, thank you. I don't want any parts of it. Yeah. You push your own blessings away by complaining. God told you don't complain. Be grateful. And when you're okay, if your kids keep complaining about having a PS4 and you already been thinking about giving them a PS5 and then they keep complaining about this raggedy PS4 when you know you had to work real hard to get it and they ain't did nothing to do nothing and you done bought all these games, do that make you want them to do it make you want to go buy them a PS5? Excuse my language in parents' words. Hell no, I'm not buying you a PS5. You're not even appreciative about the PS4. You said no, but they don't have the 45. Okay. So God as your parent says the same thing. You want me to give you a Lexus GT something, I don't know none of the cars, a Mercedes Benz, and you don't even take care of the Honda I gave you that you didn't have the money for. The Chevy I blessed you with. You try to hide it because it ain't what everybody else. And you remember you begged me for that car? You remember? You remember you was sitting in there hoping that the people went on and let your stuff go through? You remember? So don't be yelling at my nieces and nephews, whether they grown or not, talking about how much they don't appreciate your sacrifice when you don't appreciate God's. I hate this job. You didn't when you didn't have one. I hate this house. You didn't when you didn't know where you was going. I don't know why I can't live a better life because you're not thankful for the one you got already. Ungrateful. Donkey. You ungrateful donkey. With your ungrateful donkey. You beg God for rent and then you purposely pay it on late so you could go turn up. That's not responsible. You told God you was going to be responsible with your money. But if you want them shoes, or if you want that wig, or if you want them rims, guess what you about to do? You are about to put in jeopardy what you begged God to give you. To impress some niggas that don't even care because they going to talk about you whether you got it or not. This I learned. Whether I was doing real good or real bad, honey, they still had something to say. So I might as well live this life. And not to impress other people, but so that I can be okay and my kids can be okay. And that's why I stunted on them in that little $4 dress. And you hear me? We'll go to the Goodwill and find something for 75 cents, honey, and kill the game. I told Renee the other day, thankful for them bills because it means you have a place to live, water, and food. Come on. Yeah, it don't even got to be thrift store. I got that on Amazon. That little black dress I wore when I was in Atlanta. $4. It might have been $4.30. I'm going to have to go back and look how much to see how much they cost. I think it was about $4. $4.30 because I paid like $36 for like 7 dresses or 6 dresses or something. So they might have been cheaper than that. Anyway, with that, please don't be mad at my daddy because you don't have all this glamorous stuff. I did. And you don't even, you complain every day about everything. Who gonna be honest and say you complain every day about something? Why you ain't got this and why you ain't got that? And you have an attitude with God when you don't even have to be out. You could be bedridden. And this is not to anyone, but you could be wheelchair bound. Somebody else could be wiping your tail for you. You could be sleeping on the streets of whatever city you live in a tent. I'm tired of living in the hood, but you living in a place. You ain't outside in nobody backyard or on no bus stop. You might not have a Bentley, but you got a beater and it work. It gets you to A to B. Because if you ain't paid attention, the people that be driving all them big old cars and having them big old houses, not all, but a lot of them be sad as hell. And they be envying your life because you could just be regular and go wherever you want to go and do whatever you want to do. And you ain't got to worry about nothing. You don't have the pressures that they have. Sad, come on. It's a lot of things that could very well change in your life very quickly. Your healthy children could go to extremely ill and you don't even get to go to work. And now you got to figure out how you're going to keep all this beautiful stuff because your baby needs 24-hour care and you and your husband got to take turns or wife or whatever. Okay? So don't keep getting an attitude with my dad when you're not even thankful for being able to get up and walk. You're not thankful that I don't care if you only got 3 uniforms, you got a job to wear them to. Because some people been looking for a job for 3 years and they still ain't got one. No, you can go and get your own though. No, and please don't keep typing the same stuff. I don't know. Here we go. Just because your family do it, do you do it? That's what I want to know. Did y'all write down 3 things that your family do and 3 things that are tradition? I don't want y'all to answer right now. I want you to answer on your paper. That's a question. You might not have the answer today because you might have to take a whole week to think about it. You don't know because you've been doing it your whole life. That's why I said, just because your family do it, do you do it? Or do you? Okay? Do you take part in it just because everybody in your family do it? Whether it's wrong or right is where I'm getting at. Okay? Hey. Excuse me. So let's get to it. Uh-oh. Why you cover your face? What's wrong? All right, here we go. Also, do y'all see how quickly these Negroes turned on Abraham Daddy? They literally came to his house, turned up with him, brought him gifts for his baby boy. Said, bro, he look just like you. Dang, bro, we really out here having kids and stuff, bro. Look at him. Nah, bro, look, he got Abraham. Look. Nah, nigga, that's Abraham face right there, yeah. You see him? I'm sorry, that's Terror Face. See, what y'all gonna name him? Abram. Oh, okay, yeah, fit. Hey, little man, I'm went outside to smoke and came back and started tripping because they done seen some stars in the sky. And them niggas got nervous and said, hey, bro, you see that? Don't look right now. Just look. Just be cool because the guards is over there. Look. You see that star? You see how fast it's moving. You see it. Yeah, bro, it done went through the that's not good. What we gonna do? Cause you know what that mean. Yeah, bro, I know what that mean, man. Dang, that got my stomach bubbling. Well, what we gonna do? Because if we tell the kid, if we don't tell him, and he find out, nigga, he gonna murk us. So what should we do? We should just go on and tell him that way. Shoot, it ain't on our hands. I mean, if he wanna get with Tara, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that ain't gonna have nothing to do with us. Nigga, you was just at the hospital seeing my baby. You watched my wife go through 9 months. You came here, you brought gifts, and you left. And you started plotting on my baby's life. On his first day being born? Nigga, I trusted you. And now you going to the ops who's supposed to be my friend too, Nimrod, but because he the head nigga out here, you gonna go to him and say, hey, bro, I don't know if you know, but his son coming up in the gang, you know what I'm saying? And if you don't take care of that right now, he might be a problem for you. But you my friend. Y'all just ate at my house. Y'all just smoked good with me. We drank good. We had a good time celebrating. Y'all done brought me the little stogies. I ain't saying I done buzz them down and got them together. And now you gonna take my baby life? Y'all in the pictures holding him with all his uncles. You called yourself his uncle. They just used his bathroom, sat down at his table, licked on his spoon with the wife, with the dessert she made. Mind blowing. We online, Bluehead Island Girl. We in Jasher, in the 8th chapter. We ain't on no verse right now, cause every man for himself. Ain't that crazy? So we stopped at. We'll just read 8. We'll start at 8 and 8. 8 is new beginning. We'll start there. You're not late. We just starting right now, and y'all know we got YouTube. Can y'all believe we made it over 900 videos? We'd probably be over 1,000 if I wasn't out of town so long. And I probably need to go get my coffee so everybody can get home and get in they whatever they gotta do. Y'all need about 3 minutes because we been on here an hour. I'm gonna run to the restroom. So I'll make me some coffee. If you read ahead, do not try to teach my class or I'm blocking you. Don't try to tell the little bit that you already read. I hate that. And that's why I don't be telling nobody until I get back. So I took you over there. If you read, keep your mouth closed until I ask the question, and I don't care if you don't like it because I don't like when y'all do that. And that ain't to everybody. That's just to the folks that like to read ahead and try to teach my class. Don't do it. If you want to read and go teach a class because you done read it, you get on your social media and do so. We have some very long classes back then, yes, and I realized I was unaliving myself slowly. Don't nobody need that much class. Because you got to think about it. There's stuff that y'all can go back and watch now that when we first started doing class, you might have understood it a little bit, but now you've gotten all this other stuff, so when you go back, everything just makes sense. It's like us going back and watching our old movies, right? Or no. It's like when we go back and watch the old movies, like you might now the way you understand is completely different from how you understood it a year or 2 years ago. Good morning. So there's a lot of stuff that we're talked about. Yeah, we had classes that was way longer than we got classes right now. I just did a 4-hour class when I got back. We did a 4-hour class when I got back. One of the day, whatever day I came back, we did like the day that day or the next day, we did a 4-hour class. Almost 5, I think. We always do. Y'all don't be doing it. Our classes is always over 2 hours for sure. Very rarely, unless they get cut up, or they not. I'll be right back. Okay. I've been learning not to rush so much too. Because I just was letting this stuff take up all my damn time. I was rushing to the bathroom, rushing to make coffee. I can walk slow and chill out. Y'all gonna be all right. We'll be here. Right? I love y'all. But I gotta find my balance again because this have become my whole everything, like all day. And I can't. So like last night, like I'm gonna get out here, put them swords up, get all that stuff together just because it be so fast paced over here sometimes. I'll be like, ugh, you hear me? Mm. I love y'all too. I be giving y'all all my time. That's why I don't got no Mr. Circle. I gotta find time to live my life. I'm gonna meet somebody if I'm online all day, every day. Oh, it's okay. All right, so let's go. Yes, Kayla. Cause I don't know if I want him off of here because you've been watching me, so then that's weird. You know what I mean? I need to meet you just out somewhere. Right. That's what I'm saying. Oh no, I know he's supposed to find me. I totally understand. The I'm just saying I won't meet him sitting in his room all day. Definitely won't do that. He won't show up doing. I mean, I have to get out of this house. I become a captive in this place. Good morning. Good morning, Queen. We back in Jasher. Well, you wasn't here for last night's class, and I broke my nail. Got to fix it already. Just rough for no reason. I have to make my nails real, real thick. All them cute, pretty nails y'all got, I can't. With all the books and stuff y'all be having me move around with, I can't do it. Good morning. Okay. Okay. We ready? Yeah, I gotta get my nails thick, girls. They gonna be broke every day. I'll be fixing the nail every day. Yeah, I'm gonna be having to do too much typing unless I'm sending out books, so I'll be good. I really gotta. I did look. I had started to make RWOIU certificates, but I'm about to get on it. Yeah, we know, Lori. But we knew that already, didn't we? Everybody did Facebook. We already knew. This we've been talking. How long have we been talking about the internet going down? Thank you so much. How long have we been talking about the internet going down? This whole time. Remember, Rika, when I went and bought all the shirts at Dollar Tree in the summer? I bought these in the summer when I bought my MTV and all of that. 2, 3 years now. Yeah, you good, Mama. You good. Everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people that ask me about the shirt. Cause it's nostalgic. My son was like, it's not an original. I don't care. I don't care if it's original or not, son. It does not matter to me. Okay. Listen, here we go. We at 8. So it says, and they did so, and they all went to the king and bowed down to him to the ground. And they said, may the king live, may the king live. We heard that a son was born to Terah, the son of Nahor, the prince of thy host. And we yesternight came to his house, and we ate and drank and rejoiced with him. These is the same niggas that was just at his party celebrating his son. They was at the baby shower, but he was born, so they had the baby shower on the day that the baby was born. He said we was just over there eating and drinking with him last night. But he had a baby. And as soon as we came out his house, we saw something. These is your homeboys going to your other homeboy saying, hey, bro, 8 and 8. Right, the sip and see. Exactly. Just broke bread. Nigga, my people cooked all the food for y'all to come and eat and see my baby boy. He said yesterday. That was last night. We was just at his house. Y'all was just at my house seeing my baby and looking at how happy me and my wife is And now y'all over here telling this nigga what? What did y'all tell him? Let's see what they said. What did they say? And thy servants, and when thy servants went out from the house of terror to go to our respective homes to abide there for the night, we lifted up our eyes to heaven, and we saw a great star coming from the east. And the same star ran with great speed and swallowed up the four great stars from the four sides of the heavens. And thy servants were astonished at the sight which we saw, and we were greatly terrified. And we made our judgment upon the sight and knew by our wisdom the proper interpretation thereof, that this thing applies to the child that is born to Terah, who will grow up and multiply greatly and become powerful and unalive all the kings of the earth and inherit all their lands, he and his seed forever. And now, our Lord and King, behold, we have truly acquainted thee with what we have seen concerning this child. If it seemeth good to the king to give his father value for this child, we will slay him before he shall grow up and increase in the land, and his evil increase against us, that we and our children perish through this evil. Wait a minute. Y'all was just in my house congratulating me on my baby boy, and now y'all done went to Nimrod, our homeboy, and said, hey, when we stepped outside, a little birdie told us that he plans to raise this son to unalive you and everybody else that we know. Do you want us to take care of him while he little, so we don't never have to worry about it? Y'all was just at my house last night drinking Casamigos and I don't know, auto liquors. What's another one? Name something else that y'all be drinking. Y'all was eating crab legs. We had a crab boil. We had lobster tails. We had smoked turkey necks with the mashed potatoes on the side. Okay. Tequila shots, Grey Goose. Okay, so we turned all the way up. Hennessy. Y'all drank good and ate good. Played in my face. And then went to our friend and said, how do you want us to take care of this little boy? Y'all don't think that's messed up? That they was plotting to take Abraham's life before he even got to be a day old. You just eat newborn. Y'all we cooked up a whole feast so y'all can come over here and see my baby. And y'all brought him gifts, and now y'all go right and leave my house. Wake up the next morning and go to our homeboy house. Talk about how you need to get rid of my boy. Tell me these type of things are happening right now. There are some of you that got the devil started plotting on your life before you could even grow up because he knew how much influence you were going to have. Or he started trying to sour you to the things of God so that way you would, because your influence, you can use it for bad or good. Just like if you sing, you can use it for trap music or gospel music or worldly music. You use your gift for whatever you want to. God don't take that away. So with all the wisdom of the stars and the knowledge and the magic and all that, the first thing they mind go to is eliminate our op. You just listen to the same story. This is what we're doing right now. They knew their days were numbered, baby. Not out the oven a whole day. Exactly. All right, let's keep going. And y'all don't want to read the Bible. Why? It's juicy. It'd be a lot of drama. It's better than Lucius Lyon them. Empire. It's better than what's the the BMF? It's better than all that. You got Kanye. He would be considered like the demoniac right now. And you know who else would be considered kind of like the demoniac? The brown boy, Orlando. The brown man, Orlando. He would be considered like a demoniac, just crazy as hell, just running through it. He would be them. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. If we gonna do it, let's do it right. You hear me? If we gonna do it, let's do it right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good morning. I'm gonna call you back too. I was on the phone with your niece, and then I had to go run and do some stuff. I'll call you as soon as I get off here a little later. Here we go. All right. So it says 17. Or 16, I'm sorry. And it's, wait a minute. I didn't got all the way down here. Oh, 14, sorry. It says, and the king heard their words, and they seemed good in his sight. And he sent and called for Terah, and Terah came before the king. And the king said to Terah, I have been told that a son was yesternight born to thee. And after this manner was observed in the heavens at his birth. And now, therefore, give me the child that we may slay him before his evil springs up against us. And I will give thee for his value thy house of full of silver and gold. I love you too. Are y'all hearing this? This baby ain't even 24 hours old because it's the morning. He said, give me your baby. I'll fill your house up. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to unalive him. Your newborn that ain't even 12 hours old. What would you do? These niggas was just sitting at your dinner table last night. You don't think that's crazy? You said they're doing this to the Palestinians right now. I know folks ain't gonna like what I'm saying, but do you remember who David is famous for slaying? Anybody remember who David is famous for slaying? Who did he unalive, and what race of people was he? Goliath, and Goliath was a who? A Philistine, and the Philistines became the who? Palestine. Philistine became Palestine or Palestinian. So when you see this war between Israel and Palestine, understand that it's the same war of the Israelites or the Hebrews and the Philistines. Nothing has changed. That's why it's important that you read the wars. Palestine used to be the land of the Philistines. They just changed the letters. God said that war was going to go on forever. Look it up for yourself. You can look it up. That's all over everywhere. It's in my old books. It's in the new books. It's online. You can look at that. So when people, I mean, yeah, the Philistines are the Palestinians now. So anything that you read about the Philistines, the people that are living in Palestine, well, not those guys, but the originals, yeah, it's written in the Old Testament. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I see in the Bible still fulfilling itself. Those two would be against each other, and they are. Yeah. And it sucks, but it's the truth. Yeah. Because understand that the Palestinians had ruled over the Israelites for a long time. I'm reading from Jasher. Yasher, as some of y'all would say, since it ain't no J's. Uh-uh. Mm-mm. Here we go. So it says, that's crazy. And now, therefore, give me thy child that we may slay him before his evil springs up against us. And I will give thee for his value thy house full of silver and gold. And Terah answered the king and said to him, my king, my lord, and my king, I have heard thy words, and thy servant shall do all that his king desireth. But my lord and king, I will tell thee what happened to me yesternight, that I may see what advice the king will give his servant. And then I will answer the king upon what he has just spoken. And the king said, speak. And Terah said to the king, Ion, son of Mored, came to me yesternight, saying, give unto me the great and beautiful horse that the king gave thee, and I will give thee silver and gold, and straw and provender for its value. And I said to him, wait till I see the king concerning thy words, and behold, whatever the king saith, that will I do. And now, my lord and king, behold, I have made this thing known to thee, and the advice which my king will give unto his servant, that will I follow. And the king heard the words of Terah, and his anger was kindled, and he considered him in the light of a fool. And the king answered Terah, and he said to him, art thou so silly, ignorant, or deficient in understanding to do this thing? To give thy beautiful horse for silver and gold, or even for straw and provender? Art thou so short of silver and gold that thou shouldest do this thing? Because thou canst not obtain straw and provender to feed thy horse. And what is silver and gold to thee, or straw and provender, that thou shouldest give away that fine horse which I gave thee, like which there is none to be had on the whole earth? And the king left off speaking, and Terah answered the king, saying, like unto this has the king spoken to his servant? I beseech thee, my lord and king. And what is which thou didst say unto me, saying, give thy son that we may slay him, and I will give thee silver and gold for his value. What should I do with silver and gold after the death of my own son? Who shall inherit me? Surely then at my death the silver and gold will return to my king who gave it. He said, remember that valuable horse you gave me? The car, the Bentley? One of our homeboys came and asked me how much did I want for it. And the king got offended because he said, ain't no, that's a custom Bentley. I had that custom made for you. How dare you try to sell it? What, you ain't got enough money for the upkeep? Abram daddy had some wisdom because he valued the life of that expensive horse, because it was an Arabian horse, probably that nobody probably bred just for him, because that was his homeboy. He got him a custom Bentley. Okay? And so Abram's daddy, Terah, said, the value of that horse ain't more valuable to me than my son's life. And the same way you value that horse, I value my son. Just like it ain't another horse like that, it ain't another boy like this. You custom got that horse for me, and God custom made this boy for me. No, it ain't no money. Because when he said, what I'm going to do with the money after my baby dead? What do you mean? What good is some money going to do? Stop. Let me tell y'all something. This is why I be trying to tell y'all, don't buy into that. You got to be going. You got to be going. You got to get the bag. You got to get the bag. You got to get the bag. Because guess what? The devil know you leaving your kids out. And that's when he gets to sneak in and do what he planned to do with them, because you are always at work. So some of y'all have sacrificed y'all children for money and don't even realize it. You have sacrificed the time trying to live up to a standard that people on the outside of your house, so they can say you're a good parent and you take care of your kids and your house is nice and you drive a nice car and all of this, but you didn't sacrifice your babies for money too. Don't be talking about him, because you did it. For the horse, remember? You gave up the time with your kids for the money so you could buy a grand horse that everybody will want because it's the only one like that, because you need these rims and you need these sparkles in your ceiling and all of that, and your babies is at home waiting on you. So you can take these trips to Dubai that you still paying on 4 years later while you trying to go out and buy a new bag. Never mind, we gonna move on. How many of y'all done sacrificed y'all kids for money and didn't even realize it for a bag? And then a lot of people, when they get old, their kids don't be there to take care of them because they're busy getting their money. It's because that's exactly what you did to them. You was too busy to talk to them because you was tired from work because you was getting the bag. And so when you get old and you need to talk about what's going on with you, they're not gonna have time because guess what? They're gonna be out getting that bag. Whatever you put in front of your children, that's what they're gonna put in front of you. You put a man or a woman in front of your kids, don't expect them to leave they dude or wife for you because you think it's a bad idea. They're not gonna give it to him because they told you the same thing about your boyfriend or your husband and you didn't listen. I got my own tomatoes. Understand that. I do. You said, "Oh, that big hurt." Listen, I'm trying to tell you. Only reason I know because I was a product of it. My mama could buy me anything I wanted and did. She bought stuff that I didn't even care about. I wanted her. I didn't want all those shoes and Dooney and Burke bags and all of that. I didn't care about none of that. I didn't care about the Nintendo. Yeah, it was nice to have it, but I wanted my mama to be home when I got home from school. I wanted my mama to be there when I had a bad dream. And you know what? She couldn't because she was always at work. And when she wasn't at work, she was grouchy as hell because she was tired because she had three jobs. When I did good in gymnastics, I couldn't come home and tell her because she was already at work. I had to call the desk because she worked in a lab at the hospital. And I had to wait for her. And by that time, I'm asleep. And I'm not knocking her. I'm grateful that I had the opportunities to have play the violin privately and all of these different things, private lessons from my teacher at school and all this during the summers. But also, I would have gave all of that up just for her to come lay in the bed with me and read me a story or when I had a bad day, or when I felt like my teacher was doing something that she could have been available to come and sit in my class. I played the violin. I don't anymore. That was 30 years ago, 20 something, no, 30 something. Yeah, from like 8 to 11, I did. So don't sacrifice your children. My family always tell me they're young, they won't remember, and yes, they do remember. Yes, they do remember. My daughter just told me something. I'm trying to tell y'all, I know this because my kids call me a lot and say, "Mom, thank you for not raising us this way or this way. Thank you for not making money and clothes important and you spending like making." We did science experiments at home. Making butter is a science experiment. Science experiment. Realizing my trauma that I had. I'm trying to tell you it's a real thing. We made bread because that's a science experiment. You're taking dries and liquids, putting them together, and those two make a gas, which makes the bread rise, the yeast. And you get to see all of this, and then you get to see it come down once the gases subside. All of this stuff. Fractions ain't nothing but measurements: one fourth, three fourths, one half. Okay, so we can make brownies, and I can teach you math here. I get all that, but it's like, what am I supposed to do? I'm single mom and rent is high. This is the thing. I'm not saying don't get out and get it. I was a single mom too, honey, and I didn't have no job, and I didn't get Section 8 or none of that. I had to figure it out. So I'm trying to tell you, and I'm not knocking it. I tried for whatever reason. God just wouldn't let me get it at that time. I used to be sad, but I understand. I understand. But what I'm telling you is, ask your kids what's important to them And sometimes we get all this big grand stuff because we think our kids want it, and really we just be trying to impress the people. You could get a smaller apartment, you could get a smaller house, you could get a cheaper car that would allow you to be able to not be so away from them so long. But we a lot of times feel like we have to do this and we have to do that, and really your kids don't be wanting none of that. But you teach them what's important. You teach them what they're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? You teach them. I'm not saying don't work, but I'm saying if you can find other stuff on the deal to where you don't have to work so much, that's the thing too. Yeah, yeah, quality time. Yeah, I told y'all. I just told my daughter I want to sell my car, pay it off, and get a cash car. Yeah, because then you got more money every month to do other stuff. I will not get no payments. I'm trying to tell you, I ain't had payments in a minute. When I got married, my ex husband went and got some on payments, and they was putting that bad boy up on the truck about 4 months later, taking it. Not because I wouldn't pay you, but because you're not responsible. So then why would I go and get payments and I know you're not responsible? No, I'm not gonna do that. No, give me a little A to B bucket and keep it moving. It's pointless. Because you think about how much money you pay. Rika, you hear me. You think about how much money you pay in car payments, $700 a month and all of this stuff. You realize how much you could do? Y'all could take a vacation. You had a cash car. You could take a vacation every month with $500 right around you. You and the kids could go with. And this is why I kept me a cat. People like, how you always doing stuff? Because I don't got car payments, Sonny. My car is paid off. Only thing I got to do is upkeep and insurance. If you do your budget and see how much you're paying for your car, for streaming services, all of that, boy, you start chopping that stuff in half, baby. You would have to work half the time. Now car payments are mortgage payments, exactly, and then you paying rent on top of that. So you at $2,000, $3,000 just with car and house. That ain't no groceries, no toilet paper, no clothes. No, and ain't. That's why I ain't went out and got nothing new, and it ain't because I can't. I could have been and got a brand new spanking car. I'm not doing it. Your car broke when you made your last payment and do. Yep. You said stop. It's the truth. I'm trying to tell you. I already know. You've been waiting, ain't you? You love you too, so you didn't put out your. Just stop it. Yeah. Listen here. I learned to live on less a long time ago, and I'm not trying to be funny, y'all, but I did. I didn't want when I was young, 20. I got a car from Cactus Jack's Auto when I was in Arizona when I was like 21, about to be 22. I want to say I was pregnant with either my youngest or the sister right around that time when I was having them. And baby, them people wheeled my car off because I was on maternity leave and they wouldn't give me a hardship arrangement and I couldn't go back to work for like 4 months until I had my baby, and then I still had 6 weeks. So they came and got my car. I woke up and my car was gone. I said, "Oh, I'm not making payments on it. If I don't own it, if you can come and take it." So most times I bought my car around tax time, and I would give me a cash car, 3,500, 4,500, whatever, and I'm gonna ride this till the wheels fall off, and then however many years I get out of this, I'm gonna go get me another one after that time. Yeah, I lived in Arizona for a long time. All my kids were born in Arizona. Every last one of them. Middyville. What's that? 51st and Camelback. 43rd and Camelback was somewhere over there. That's when it wasn't the hood though. It was nice. Now it's the hood. Hmm. You want to move to Arizona? Be very careful. They prey on kids there a lot. I mean, it's different now, I guess, because it's a lot of people. My mom was just complaining about that. My son, you can. Yeah. You just moved from Tucson. Yeah. I done lived all over this United States. You hear me? That's one thing God did. He let me see it, and I'm grateful for it. Robert, why you always be trying to tell me what to do? You've been here a while. I don't need nobody to tell me what to read now. Okay? I got family in Texas. My sister lives in Texas. Yeah. I don't know why you do that. Thank you. I mean, if you want to teach a class, I keep telling y'all know what to do now. I be trying to tell people. I don't know why they come in here trying to teach my class. You got the same TikTok I got. Just get on there and start doing videos. I was just told I was upside down on my car, so to get back right, I have to buy a new just to be right. Car note insurance will be cheaper. Thanks, Dad. Come on, Auntie. That's devastating to see your car gone several times. Yes, baby. Queen, I ain't playing with them. That's why people used to try to get me to get stuff. No, I can't afford that. You don't want to. You're damn right I don't. Because then I can't take my kids out on Friday and they just go to the Goodwill. They're going to pick up what they're going to pick up. We can't go get their little snacks and stuff. We got a whole system set up and we happy over here. I don't want to live like y'all. Like my mom and them, my brothers, and all of my family, they keep brand new spanking cars. Everybody riding good. And here I come in the bucket, honey. But guess who gets to travel all the time with my kids? And we can stay gone for the whole summer. This girl right here. This girl right here had 4 kids and people couldn't understand how the day after my kids get out of school, we're going until the day they get ready to go back. And I ain't got no job. And I ain't taking nothing or hustling nobody because I saved all throughout the year. When I was 20, 18, 19, 20, y'all, I took my taxes and I paid my bills up for as long as I could. Because I know if 2 of my kids get sick, I might have to quit this job. So when everybody was out buying TVs, I stocked up. I would pay my rent up for 6 months. Back then, rent was cheap. Or 5 months. I would try to pay all my bills up, all my car insurance, everything. That $7, $8, $9, $10,000, whatever I was getting, I didn't blow my money. I put layaways up for my kids right before tax time, right after Christmas. And then when my tax money would hit, I would go get them layaways. Well, that's the next 6 months till they close. Plus, I don't gotta pay no bills. So any money I'm getting in this next 5 months is helping me get ready for this trip we're gonna take in the summertime. When we go to all our different family members' houses and stay for a week. Had me a van. I told y'all this. I had me a big old cooler. At the time, I was getting food stamps. So I would every month I would not spend all my food stamps. Every month I would save like $80 or $100, whatever. But I shop real good, so I always had more than that left over. Okay, so I'm saving all my food stamps, and so then I got an extra $600, $700, $800 worth of food stamps on my card. So I would go and fill that whole thing up, that big old white cooler, whole refrigerator. I will put the frozen stuff at the bottom, put that ice on there, and all they little snacks for this trip we about to take cross country. And when I stop at my family member's house, no, I don't need none of your food. I'm about to go out here and pull out their milk, their eggs, their Go-Gurts, all of everything was in them. And so if I do want us to go out to eat once or twice with the family, I'm not broke. And I was 21 doing this, 22, 23. Because I had 4 kids by the time I was 22, and I wanted my kids to see something different. Just like you ain't got to, when my kids was little, I started taking them to the library. They always want to go out to eat. I don't got that money. What we're going to do, we're going to go to the library. My son was 6, so his sister was 4. I would take them to the library. I would let them pick out cookbooks from like international places. Like you can pick wherever you want. We'll go to the international market in Arizona, get all the stuff. You don't got to eat all of it, but you're going to eat some of it. You're going to try it. So this got them accustomed to eating other people's food. But it also got them interested in Asian cultures and different things. Now my son loves Japan so much, everything he do got Japanese stuff on it. All his friends are from other countries. most of them that speak other languages. And all of that started with food when he was 4, 5, 6. Then we started taking road trips when we moved back to the Midwest, and we would drive out west or wherever we was going. And I allowed them to see, and we would play the states game because I didn't have to go to Walmart and get the placemats that had like all the states on them, the state bird, the state flag, all of that, blah blah blah. Well, the two oldest could read and the youngest couldn't. So what I would do is we played the states game. Whenever we came into a new state, they had to learn the states, the bird, and something else. And then they got to, check off what states we went through and what we saw when we went to that state. And my youngest, she could barely say her probably ABCs and all of that good, but she knew them states. Whoever could remember the most states and all of this stuff. This is what we did. I didn't have a lot of money. That's how I do my kids. My daughter bought some stinky kimchi and trying to eat it. Yeah. We did a lot of. My daughter just talked about. She said, "Mom, I just made butter the other day." She was showing her dude how to make butter. He was like, "Butter," and so she did it the old school way. I said, "You ain't got no." She said, "Nah, Mom, we shook it up," and he got to see the transformation between the cream, the foam, and then the solid, and then the milk, but the buttermilk. You hear me? My daughter is 21, teaching somebody 6, 7 years older than her. So it be making me excited because all the things that I taught them, they are teaching other people. So it's what you put in your kids that you get out. We read about that, but let's keep going. Yeah, because I'm gonna have to find me some food here in a minute. I don't know, my appetite going back. I'm hungry. Here we go. Um, okay, so 27. And when the king heard the words of Terah and the parable which he brought concerning the king, it grieved him greatly, and he was vexed at this thing, and his anger burned within him. And Terah saw the anger. I can see it in your face. Terah saw the anger of the king was kindled against him, and he answered the king, saying, "All that I have is in the king's power. Whatever the king desireth to do to his servant, that let him do. Yea, even my son, he is in the king's power. Without value in exchange, he and his 2 brothers that are older than he." And the king said to Terah, "No, but I will purchase the younger son for a price." And Terah answered the king, saying, "I beseech thee, my lord and king, to let thy servant speak a word before thee, and let the king hear the word of his servant." And Terah said, "Let my king give me 3 days' time to consider, till I consider this matter within myself, and consult with my family concerning the words of my king." And he pressed the king greatly to agree to this. And the king hearkened to Terah, and he did so, and he gave him 3 days' time. And Terah went out from the king's presence, and he came home to his family and spoke to them all the words of the king, and the people were greatly afraid. And it was in the 3rd day that the king sent to Terah, saying, "Send me thy son for a price, as I spoke to thee. And shouldest thou not do this, I will send and slay all thou hast in thy house, so that thou shalt not even have a dog remaining." Now, one thing that I know about Spanish um, groups is when they come in, and y'all know who I'm talking about. We're not gonna mention their names, but the people across the border that be coagulating together and they work as a one unit, they don't even leave the dog alive. Y'all know what I'm talking about? When they come to collect, it don't matter if you had nothing to do with it. They getting the bird too. They getting the bird as well. It won't be no animals, no dogs, no cats, no nothing living in there. Everything is gonna be unalived. That's what Nimrod told Abraham's daddy. He said, "If you don't bring me your son, and I'm gonna pay you for him so that I can unalive him, I'm gonna kill everybody." Right, exactly. El Chapo family and them, right? Everything gonna go, even the dog. He said, "I'm not even gonna leave your dog alive." Now, this is the same person that God called a mighty hunter. Why God called Nimrod a mighty hunter. And one time, Nimrod had God's blessing on him. This man is talking to Terah, Abraham, daddy, saying, if you don't bring me your son, so that I, mind you, this baby is now just 4 days old. Wiggles had nothing to do with it. Neither did Abram. He just got here. They've been trying to unalive this little boy since he came out the hot spot. He probably ain't even learned how to get on the nipple good. He said, if you don't bring me your son, if you don't bring me your, you said Nimrod's descendants, the border project. I'm sorry, I don't understand why they wanted to kill the baby. They wanted to unalive the baby because they saw a thing in the stars. Basically, what God said about Abraham, that he was going to rule all over the earth and his family was going to spread, and he was letting them know. God was letting these wizards know in the stars that this y'all enemy right here, he y'all op, and he was born in y'all house. Mm-hmm. That's why they wanted to, the same reason they wanted to unalive John the Baptist and Jesus and all the Hebrew boys. Same thing. Because they about to come and bust their head to the white meat. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's why. All right. Ooh, he said, so that thou shalt not even have a dog remaining. And Terah hastened, as the thing was urgent from the king, and he took a child from one of his servants, which his handmaid had borne to him that day. And Terah brought the child to the king and received value for him. So one of his hoes babies, one of his concubines babies, he said, it's my son, just not this kind. Not the one you wanted. I gave you a son. You didn't say which son. You said the one that was born to me. So he said, that's my son too. He just, the wifey, she wasn't really happy about it. Because they was born 2 days apart. So he was crashing them at the same time. It was a wild night. She got pregnant too, and the wife wasn't happy about it. No, I'm just playing. That's what they did. They had concubines and they had kids. They just weren't recognized as the kid. Y'all seen Game of Thrones. Listen. And the Lord was with Terah in this matter. Now, why would the Lord be okay with this? They had the wine Miss Lisa sent me, girl. I'm trying to see you because if CERCA could get pregnant, if I had that wine around a man, I would definitely be pregnant. You ain't lying. That's probably why all these babies in here. Because I think everybody went and got some of that wine. It's probably why all these babies. They was like, Auntie, what you drinking, Auntie, and you drank the Kool-Aid and look at you. Pregnant. Pregnant. And is. And is. You said I had some wine, all right. That's I told y'all. I try to tell you be pregnant over here, Queen. Don't fool with me. Yes, there's always been a pattern of God choosing. Listen, y'all better listen here. I'm trying to tell you. That was the plan. There's some in the fridge right now. Be careful. Jesus juice get you all the way ready, don't it? 5 months, dang, my third boy. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, you said and will. And will. Ooh, we thank you God for time too. Moving on. Here we go. Ooh. My baby gonna be 21. And y'all know while I was at Auntie P house, I had a dream I got pregnant. And I told my kids, I said, who pregnant? They said, whole time is mom. Whole time that's about to be a fluffy baby. Fluffy, it's gonna have feathers and everything. Cause the only thing I'm sleeping with is my pillow, son. So who got something to tell me? Then my son turned around and had a dream somebody pregnant. I said, yep, it's about to be another grandbaby shortly. I don't know who, and I don't know when, and I don't know why, but they coming on down the line. Listen, somebody about to have a baby. I don't know who it is. Me and my son, probably about 2 weeks apart, had a dream that somebody was pregnant. I had a dream I was pregnant. I said, wait a minute, what? Y'all in a dream? That's so funny. I said, wait, what? No, that can't be right, honey. My tubes have been done. I said, huh? And I just, look. So if any of y'all had this conversation with the doctors recently, I was seeing you pregnant then. And we did. We just had a couple people come here and last, so maybe that was it. Yeah, y'all, because we didn't got 2 babies. But it was surprise. Surprise. Like, what? Wait, what? Like, they near took the wind out of me. You said, who is it? They did last night. We got a few of them. Somebody said that and what's crazy is a lot of them is 2 months. It's like 3 women is like 2 months pregnant right now. 2 months ago, we was it was early January, honey. Late December, early January, honey. We was no, yeah. It's March now, so yeah. Remember, I think it was the weekends right when we was just having a good time. And we was like, it's the holidays, we not worried about nothing. Remember, I said they gonna be pregnant. It's about 3 or 4 of them that came in here in the last week and said, well, let's see, I'm 2 months. Them Friday nights and $2 had them turned. I'm had the Taco Tuesdays too. Listen here. I told you, I said, don't get pregnant. I think that was the night I had a dream that I was pregnant too. Ooh. The night I told y'all don't get pregnant, that's the night you went and got pregnant. You didn't listen. I told you don't get pregnant, and y'all did. I said, now this music was a little potent. You ain't saying you don't get pregnant. Y'all was in there swinging from chandeliers and stuff. You should have just chilled out like your auntie. No, I'm just playing. Moving on. All right. So it says, and as the Lord was with Terah in this matter, that Nimrod might not cause Abram's death. And the king took the child from Terah and with all his might dashed his head to the ground. For he thought it had been Abram, and this was concealed from him from that day, and it was forgotten by the king, and it was the will of providence not to suffer Abraham's death. Nimrod was a cold piece. This was a newborn baby. And he crushed the skull of this newborn baby. You want to know what's crazy? Partial birth eviction from a woman's uterus. That's what they do. They deliver the head and go through there and crush that spinal cord. That's exactly, no, they're doing it right now. That's the practice. That's a practice they do right now. They go through that soft spot right there. Or, depending on the baby, when they pull them out with the forceps, because the bones are still so small, it crushes the head. You said, yep, seen it. Yeah. So the practice that Nimrod was doing is still being done to this day to unalive babies. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Tell me that's not crazy. You're going to make my eyes sweat. I'm sorry. The children haven't never been safe because God said there's going to be enmity between you and the snake seed. Yeah. Ain't that crazy? The same practices that were used back then are used now. It is heartbreaking. Very. Yeah. Partial birth eviction from a woman's uterus. That's what they do. That's what they do. They go through the baby's skull right here in the soft spot, and they just down through the spinal column, and that they say is painless. Yeah, it is. Providence is the protective care of God or nature as a spiritual power, and is painless. It's supposed to be for the baby because it goes straight through the spinal cord. Okay, I don't want to talk about that. I just look. Y'all can go do the research. Yeah, yeah, because they put a monitor on the baby's head so they can monitor the heart rate of the baby. They know what it looks like for stress on your heart. Even babies that are being born regular that are going to be here, they put that little string under there and it monitors the baby's heartbeat and all of that. Okay, come on. It says 35. And Terah took Abram his son secretly together with his mother and his nurse and concealed them in a cave, and he brought them their provisions monthly. And the Lord was with Abram in the cave, and he grew up. And Abram was in the cave 10 years. And the king and his princes and the soothsayers and sages thought that they had killed Abram. So I just want to say this. Isn't it crazy? Remember I told y'all that if my mama could have found out she was pregnant, I probably wouldn't have, like they kept telling my mom she wasn't pregnant with me. So I probably wouldn't be here. And then even after I was born, there was just all kinds of stuff from before I was 5 that could have like took my life. Like my hand got cut into 5 pieces. I got scalded and burned. It was just all kinds of stuff. I got bit by a spider, could have lost my sight. I messed up, car wrecks, everything. It was just all kinds of stuff. Like stuff just kept happening to me. As you can see, a lot of times, if God is going to use you, the devil be trying to get rid of you before you can even get up and get out. He wants to get rid of the threat. Because remember when I told you there are people that can see the call on your life before you even know you have it? This is why pastors at a very young age and ministers at a very young age always picked me out because they could see the anointing on my life. And they would try to make people think I was crazy and tell people not to listen to me. But God had another plan. You was born without a heartbeat. Come on, Christy. Come on, Christy. Come on. It's a lot of us. The reason we in here right now, you don't even realize. This is why you can't complain, because you don't know how much God moved around for you to be here today. If he took you out of a family and you found out that your daddy wasn't your daddy, it was for something like this. Hate to say it, when I got around my real dad's family, my dad was on some BS. My real biological father was on some BS. This nigga was weird. They all love him. I ain't got the same thing to say. Because my experience with him was, you was on some stuff that could have took my life. Or gave me a real bad quality of life while I was here. You hear me? God has hidden you away in places and gave you the wrong name because the enemy was looking for you. Because there could have been a curse on that bloodline, and anyone with that name had this certain thing. I don't got my mama or my daddy's last name. Not the real one. I was grafted just like Moses into another family and got a different name. But there could have been curses on the line that I now do. I got their blood, yes. But there are some bloodlines that are cursed, and there are some names that are cursed. Do you understand? My dad changed our name. Okay. The Johnsons, everybody know the Johnsons. Everybody know the Taylors. Everybody know the Reeds. You know how the Reeds move. Don't nobody. There are some names. I told y'all what happened to me when I went to junior high school. Now the other name that I got, the name that I have, I get to my junior high school and the man says, "Is your dad the brother? Oh, you'll never get a name in my class." Huh? That was 30 years ago, nigga. He said, "I don't care. I told your dad." Now, mind you, this ain't even my biological dad. He said, "But I told your daddy and your uncles, if any of their kids ever came through here because of the hell that they gave me, I will never give them an A. And so you'll never get an A in my class." No joke. I never got an A in that class. High B never gave me an A. And it was shop class, too. He said, "Such and such of such and such and such and such." Now, this is 1991, 1992. My daddy was here in the 70s. Oh, man, I was mad. I went home and told my mama. She said, "Honey, your daddy is..." Literally. That happened. It was middle school when it happened to me, Christy. I'm trying to tell you. Sixth grade. I said, "What in the world? I just got here. It's my first day of class. First day of junior high school. This is what the shop teacher told me." You don't know my mama. You can't say nothing like that to me. I gotta be a scholar. I was like the people on SVU. They gotta be so smart that they crazy. If they bring home less than an A, they about to go in there and like freak out and take pins and stick them under their nails to make. Yeah, that was me. Just crazy as hell. Cause my mama didn't play no bad grades. You were just rather not. Gotta stay up. I gotta get an A. I gotta memorize every single word of this book or else. What got me awakened to who you are, I've always known. It was just people kept trying to tell me. God been telling me. I grew up PK and just a reader, period. I love God. God gave me a gift of love reading and knowledge and wanting to be nosy and find out, not people business, but like real truth. Yeah. I didn't care about the grades. My mama did. And so then I just started bombing out. And she was so mad because I went to some pretty good schools. And she. I told you I dropped out. I was like, yeah, this ain't for me. They not teaching me nothing. I'm damn near teaching all the classes I'm in. I don't want to be in here. And look, you see? Like the teacher ain't even teaching. Like I'm doing everybody homework in here, which you don't know. I'm the one that's helping this kid learn to read. You ain't did nothing, lady. I made him some flashcards and snuck them to him. Since I was kindergarten, first grade, I've been on that. So then, my seventh grade, I was like, yeah, I don't think this is for me. I'm going to go. Y'all can have it. I'll come back at the end of the semester, take my test, so make sure I get passed on to the next grade, and that's it. I got things to do. I told y'all they used to send me in the class for real by myself. They would check my hands, check my arms, check my pockets. I'm about to bust these tests out, and my niggas outside waiting. Hurry up! I got things to do. This nigga be pulling up in a minute. I'm on to something else. You hear me? Right, truths and balls, baby. We about to get out of the town. You know what I'm saying? I got stuff to do. I will. I told you I'm still friends with one of my teachers right now. And she said, honey, you are, she calls me her black daughter. She was my English teacher, my literature or literature arts teacher, whatever. She said, you've just always been different. Is now. Is you gonna help me out of here or not? Cause I got some stuff I got to go do. My homeboy's waiting on me. Did I pass? I did. Okay, let's go. Said we are wasting his time. I understand. Yes, yes. Look into a Montessori school or a different type of school. Don't do it to them. Some of y'all kids are super smart, and because they smarter than the teacher will try to say that they not smart. And because they don't want it to be your kid. Like this teacher I'm telling y'all about, she used to try to get me in all the gifted programs, all of that stuff. I used to be like, I don't want to. I need to get out here in these streets. There's some stuff I need to handle. She said, you just have so much potential. I know. I know. Then I went to art and science high school and was like, yeah, I think I hear the streets calling. I think I hear the streets calling. Like, what? I'm out of here. I gotta go. I got something to do. I need to. You said, huh? Circle. Yeah, I hear y'all. I'm on my way. I'm trying to tell you. Ain't been outside ever since. What did I learn in the streets? Everything. Everything. You said that was my husband. My sixth grade teacher hated me. Listen. I corrected my teachers once and she started throwing my homework away. And will! The same way the pastors do me now, my teachers used to do me in school. They see that they keep coming to me to get help, and you're not the teacher. Evidently, you ain't either. Or else your students wouldn't be over here at my desk, in my locker, asking for my homework. Or do I understand that neither one of us ain't the teacher, I guess? Out. They had me in a scare straight program and everything, where them niggas used to come. See, now they do scare straight in the jail. But when I was in the scare straight program, them niggas came to our class and wasn't nobody holding them. Y'all remember? And they had put all the scare straight students in one class, and them niggas used to be able to bang on the desk and listen. I don't know. See, y'all scare straight is in the jail, baby. They came to our class, honey. And got all up in our face, nigga. Ain't nobody to shoot him down if this nigga start choking me. I was in the initial part of that Scare Straight program. I was one of the kids in the 90s. That was me. They used to come to your house for your auntie or your yeah. They had them niggas they coming in there, and then now they will have to do with the gun in the back just in case the nigga try to run. I was bad. Oh, yeah. Had me in that dang Scare Straight program. I was pissed off. I'm still waiting to be out here getting it. What you mean? And was. And was. But then they got to talk about it. Then I got locked out. I said, oh, no, this ain't my life. You said I can't shower. And these people about to be in here looking at me while I wash my butt. Now, this a different type of thing here. You said bend over and cough. Cough for what? What you need to look up my... It's brown. Nah, I don't like none of this. This ain't my life. Change my mind real quick. I'm gonna do stuff. I'm just not gonna get caught. I'm not gonna be a stupid criminal, and I might not even be a criminal, but that ain't my life. It's brown. I mean, they tell you spread them and cough. So it's brown. I don't know what you want to see here for. What you think it's about to be? Lord, this is not my life. Whose drawers is these? I don't want to wear this. Woke up and the lady had my tracks hanging over the thing. I said, what's going on with that? Where the hell she did my tracks? Listen, crazy. I woke up and that woman had my tracks. She had shampooed them, washed them, and had hung them over the little thing. Good thing I had a finger wave under that wig, baby. Cause listen here, I had me a That's when you used to get the finger wave and you get them tracks in the back right there. So in the hanger you curl it under. But we used to put our wig under that. So just in case something happens, you snatch that wig out, put it in the bag. You got to do what you got to do. You see what I'm saying? So the wig was in the holding place. The whatever you call that, where you give them all your stuff. I can't think what it's called. But baby, them tracks had started slipping, so I pulled them out and put them under my little bum booking. That's what I get. And baby, I woke up. I said, "Is that? Where is? She can have it. She can have it. I'm not gonna be here long. She can have it. I'm getting out. I don't know when she getting out, but she can have it. I got me a wig anyway. When I get ready to get out of here, don't worry about it. It'll be fine. Young, but I was like, that ain't a fight I'm gonna have. Clearly, she needed more than I do, right? I don't know what you about to do with it, but because where the glue at? I was only 14 like that. Let me get out of here. They can put me in a grown jail. Hold on. Let me get out of here. I didn't go to juvie first. I went to the county under an assumed name. Like, what happened to me going to jail? Oh, no, honey. You're going to grown up jail. You committing grown up crimes. Shit, I gotta get out of here. Yeah, God slapped me with the slap down. It ain't never been this. First time I went to jail, I was underage and I was in the county. Yeah, not no dang juvenile center. And then they turned around and was like, somebody in here ain't 18, and if you go to this juvie, because it was out of state, if you go to this juvie, you might be in the system for 2 years before your family can find you. They was like, how old is you? I had that birthday. Damn, do you understand me? I'm getting up out of here after these 3 days, 5 days. I had 3 more days to go. Mm-hmm. How old is you? I can run that bad baby back and forth, fake name and everything. You got me messed up. I'm not going in the juvenile system. And I ain't in my state either. They talking about 2 years, and that's when you can unalive somebody and get out at 18. No later than 21. Y'all remember that? Even if you unalive somebody, it wasn't no you in jail. Once you was 20, that was a juvenile record, and it was sealed, and you was getting out. So it was people at that time that it took 2 or 3 lives, baby, honey, and it didn't matter at 21. They was getting out of jail. So the juvenile center used to be worse sometimes in them counties because they was crazy and they knew it don't matter because it's gonna be sealed at 21. I'm gonna get out. Listen to me. I wasn't stupid now. I'm out here with folks that's really off their rocker. You gotta be smart. I hate to say it, I loved it all. It's a thrill. My mom used to be like, I don't know what you. Out of all her kids, the only daughter that she had, I was out there in the trenches. You hear me? Her sons, they do their stuff, but baby, that daughter took her right on down through there. And did. I ain't bragging about it. I'm just telling y'all, circulated a lot of lies. You hear me? A whole bunch of them. She said, honey, my sons, yeah, but my daughter, and did. I really bad on it. Hey, I made you pray, lady. Your relationship with God is strong because of me. Look at God. Look at God. You had to stay on your face and buy this one right here. See, maybe if I wasn't around, you might not have even been in church that long. You see? I did us all a favor and kept you close to the Lord. God was working on you. And we got any praying parents in here? That your kids, like my mama said, when they little, they on your lap. But when they older, they on your heart because you can't control who they can go around and who they can go see and who they can do this and that. So, which one of your kids is making you a praying parent and keeping you close to God? Keeping you in contact. God know what He's doing. He'll use whatever He wants to. He gonna use that kid. Me too. But look, most of them kids end up in ministry if they make it. Whatever it takes. I'm trying to tell you, been twice and not ever again. That part. The damn middle kid. I was that child. Thankfully, mine are still good. And look at you in Bible study every day. Hellions. Everybody like, yep, I was the bad kid. Birds of a feather. Birds. Birds of a feather. Birds of a feather. I'm just gonna keep saying it. Birds of a feather. I know exactly who y'all is. That's why y'all over here. Oh, I didn't lie. Right, right. I said most of the bad kids end up being in ministry, whatever that is. Yeah, now look at you. Now you're over here studying the Bible trying to tell everybody about the Lord. And you was the bad kid. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You said I used to not feel worthy. You made me listen here, feel more comfortable. Look, y'all March kids. Come again? Listen here, cutting all the way up. Because God needed somebody that knew different. God wants us all on a journey. Yeah, how do you? And that journey led me straight to God. For real, Toya. For real. I'm a Bible thumper to my son. Right, 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 right. They don't even know your other side. Yeah. He read his first chapter the other day. Come on now. I'm a middle child and the black sheep. That part. That's why y'all over here. I was cutting up bad and I'm a pre-K. Of course. You know what the saying used to be? Church be the, huh? No. You said either words of circle and did. I let my kids go through their own stuff and they all praying folks now and will. Yep, I don't try to control your relationship with God because there's things that God is going to take you through that I need you because I'm not always going to be available. So if I make it like the only way you can get to God is if you come through me, then you probably ain't ever going to have a relationship with him. And I need you to have a relationship with him. I was kicked out after 16 for questioning action after church. Oh, I know. Me too. Every path is different. Right. Quit trying to control your kids. You're not God. I tell my kids, I don't know. Go talk to your sister. Maybe she can help you. And I do be having information, but I don't want, if I have to be a last resort that you come to, go get all the other answers first and then come over here. You don't got to come to me first. I would appreciate it if you did. But if you don't, God might have another person he's going to make you get the information from. It don't have nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with me. So, I'm going to go find food. And then I'm not going to be on here long. And we'll come back and we'll read Jasher 9 if you want to go read Preacher's Kid. If you want to go read it, you can. But just in this little 8 and 9, is that crazy that all of that stuff happened? Oh, wow. You hear me? His homeboys trying to get his baby unalive. He had to go through all of this stuff. Then you just look at what be happening around our life right now. It's people around you that's gonna eat good with you and drink good with you, and the whole time they plotting on your life. Love you too. Love you too. That's what I'm saying, y'all. We gotta keep our eyes open because a person can't hurt you unless they close. I don't know why this person always tries to come in my life. I gotta block that person. They was doing that yesterday. You're welcome. Give me a couple hours, maybe 45 minutes. I don't know. We'll come back and we'll read the rest of it. I just need to get up and go. First of all, I need to get these swords on this wall. Yeah, it's gonna be a while because I need to do this and I need to see if my drill is charged and stuff so I can get these swords up on the wall and stuff. I love y'all. I'll be back. I'm gonna take whatever you need.